I'm pretty sure we had one of these the other day. I'm just so glad I got the coffee to get me through these dark times. Cue the music. So first up is Water Points. This is by Cookie Monster. 21.88 megabyte in the download. And you're going to find them in a couple of different places, to be fair. So first up, we got under containers. We've got Water Source, which is just this little one on its own. We then got the old water pump. We then got the hydrant. We then got another hydrant. And then we've got another hydrant. Right, fair enough. So that's where you're going to get your water out of the ground. We then come across to these here. Now you're going to find the ones on the front row with the icons on are going to be found under production. So we've got a small one there, 750 to buy. We then got 1500, 4 grand, and then to finish it off, we got 8 grand at the end there. Now, the ones on the back are going to be found under silo extensions. So we've got the 8 grand one, the old 4-podder. We then got the 4 grand one, the 2-podder. We then got the large single podder, 1500, and then the small standard one, 750. Now, obviously, the wells, the point, whatever, is going to be straight up, fill up your vehicle, jobs are good. Where these come in, mind you, is you have to actually start them up. They are production chains, so you come in, obviously you turn it on, it's going to then draw water out, jobs are good. But what you can do with these is you put it onto distributing. It should then theoretically send it to any other place. Interesting. That's the point. Will it send it to a pen? Let's have a little look. Let's go put a cow pen down. That's going to need some water. So we'll place the cow pen down there. There we are. There, yeah. Don't want a fence. Yes, we'll put the pasture down. Jobs are good. So if we go and turn all these on, actually, let's get them all going. We'll turn that one on, and we'll put it as distributing, and then we're going to turn this one on as well, put that distributing, and we're going to see if it actually goes to the animal pen, because I'm intrigued. Because that, if it is, that would be awesome. Just have it on your farm, jobs are good. Now I'm going to put some cows in here, just so, you know, we can actually have a look. So we'll bang a load in there, 7, that'll do. Yes, thank you very much. Right, so animals. So cow pasture. So there's no water in there at the minute. So I'm going to fast forward to the clicks over on the hour. And we'll see if any water gets put in. Right, so we're now past 1 o'clock. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look on the old animals. No, it's not put any water in. So it's not going to work for your animal pens. But it should work for your greenhouses, actually. We've actually got a couple of other greenhouses coming up, so let's have a little look. And it's not put anything into them either. So maybe the old distribution isn't going to work as we thought. I mean, it's not made a lot, mind you, but alright, fair enough. I mean, somewhere for to store your water would be alright. Alright, we'll carry on then. And next up is Yellow Tray. This is by Razak, 3.95 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, well, I'm going to say, as you can imagine, they're going to be found under Bs. So they're both going to cost you 500. One's got collisions and one hasn't. So as you can imagine, one's got collisions and then one hasn't. Fair enough. Now you do have the option to remove the cover. All right, so it's going to take that off. And also, you get an option to increase the height. Raise it up. Right, fair enough. Now, it's saying on the website that it's a yellow tray that is placed in fields to detect infestations by pests. It works like a beehive, only without producing honey, and increases the yield of the field, and it's height adjustable, as we've now seen. So these are bug catchers, basically. Put them on the side of the field, keeps the bugs off your crop, and you get an increased yield. All right, fair enough. Next up is Hydraulic Bollards. This is by Nicky3, 1.33 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under decorations. Now, we've got 3 different versions here. We've got a single bollard for 1500. We then got a triple bollard for 4.5 grand, and we then got, I don't even know what the special word for 5 is. We'll carry on. 5 on that one anyway. You then got the ones at the back, which are automatic ones. So single, triple, and then the 5 there. So you got your manual ones. Obviously, you come up to it like that. Move up. Great. Puts the hydraulic bollards out the way. Well, in the way, so to speak. And then, you know, it stops people coming to nick your stuff. The hydraulic ones, if you come over there, you'll see in the top left-hand corner, opens at 9 p.m. and closes at 10. Well, closes at 8 a.m. So at the minute, they're closed. They're down. So obviously, once 9 o'clock rolls around, they're going to raise up. But you can also do it manually as well. All right, fair enough. I mean, we've had some hydraulic bollards before, and now we've got automatic ones. Oh, why not? Well, next up is underground storage. This is by AGI Mobile, 5.45 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under silos. Now, this is going to cost you 25 grand, and it's, if your eyes are not deceiving you, it's going to hold 200,000 bales or pallets. 200,000. Obviously, it's going to store underground. I mean, I say obviously. I mean, it's put the pallet of planks that are putting in there. But 200,000. Wow. Now, obviously, you got your loading in point there. You got your taking out point that side. No problem. But what you can do is come across here, open the gate. You've got a little lift. Ah, dear, oh dear. Now, you can go inside and still close the door. We'll do it quick. Closing like that. Jump inside. You don't go anywhere. And then you fall through the map. So that's a bit of an issue. But just tab back to a vehicle and you're away. Right, fair enough. I'd say probably not go down in a lift. It's not that great. Falling through the map, you're going to end up with problems. But that being said, 200,000. Just avoid the lift. But 200,000 pieces. That's awesome. And next up is Corrugated Sheet Metal Warehouse. This is by Soddlesluck, 12.48 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under silos. Now, we've got two different versions here. So we've got a standard one that's going to hold 500 pieces, your bales or pallets, and then you've got a second one, which is also going to hold 500 pieces, but it's going to do a bit of liquid storage as well. 100,000 litre capacity on that one. Now, you do have the option of customization on both of these. So you're clicking there, you've got no extras. You can have solar panels on the roof. You can have a billboard, and then a solar panel and billboard, and then back to no extras. And you can also change the colour. We'll go for red. It's going to do the walls. No problem. So obviously, you chuck your stuff into there. Great. Open up that door. So garage style. That's all right. So load your stuff in. Well, that being said, we can come all the way in. So you could potentially use it as a bale and pallet storage facility and a standard garage as well. Oh, that's all right. And obviously this one is exactly the same, but you've got your taking out point and your loading in point for your liquids just there. Oh, fair enough indeed. Now, I do like the billboard on the back. I mean, we've got it on this one here. There we are. Plains and Prairies, now available. Jobs are good. All right, fair enough. Well, next up is Liquidstorage. This is by Holden HB Modding, 0.84 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under containers. Now, they're both going to cost you 15 grand to place down. Difference between the two is one's going to be for liquid fertilizer, the other one's going to be for herbicide. Right, fair enough. Now, over here is going to be your taking out point. They both work the same. You then got your buy-inable point just there. So, obviously, that one's your liquid fertilizer, 150,000 litre capacity. Jobs are good. And then same again with your herbicide over here. You got your loading input. I say loading input, buying in point just there. All right, fair enough. Next up is Flour Mill. This is by Fracasses Modding, 20.43 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. Now, it's going to cost you 280 grand to buy, and it's going to give you some newish products. We'll call it that anyway. So you've got your pallet spawn point over here. You got your loading in point just there. And before we go in the building, because it's very loud, I mean, it's not even turned on at the minute, and it's really loud, we've got the different products. So we've got your sorghum flour, you got your, what's that, corn flour? Well, maize flour, anyway, whatever you want to call it, and I put the teeth in. There's a couple of different styles of flour, which is fair enough. Now, I can't pick them up because they're 160 kilo, but all right, no problem. Now, we're going to go in, brace yourself, because it's not even on yet. Open up this door. Then once you get inside, there's your production chain menu. We'll turn that on. There you are. So this is the different recipes you can make. So you got your barley flour, your corn flour, oat flour, rice from long grain and standard rice, your sorghum and your wheat flour. So it's not just going to give you flour, it's going to give you individual flour. All right, fair enough. And what you can also do is come up this little staircase, which is all right. You know, got a little bit of a role play on the go. So, you know, you chuck it into there. Well, you chuck your crop into that one, and then obviously it comes down and then gets all crushed up by the stones. It's loud. I mean, it's not even turned on. Let's turn it on. Let's put one on. So we'll, what have we got in there? We got oats. Turn that on. Man alive, that's even louder. mean, I like the fact that the stones are going around, but reading out, that's well loud. We'll turn it off. Wow, that is that needs some ear defenders. It needs one of those signs on the doors. Hearing protection is required inside. But all right, fair enough. We've got some different flowers. And next up is mineral feed production and pig food. This is by NASA B82, 11.02 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. And that's going to cost you £5 to place down. And as the name would suggest, you can be making mineral feed and pig food. Right, no problem. So you've got your loading in point at the top there. You've got your taking out point here, because obviously some of it potentially is going to be loose products. And then you've got your pallet spawn point here. But obviously these bollards are in the way. So what you need to do is come down to this bit. Then you're going to press B. And they disappear. There you are. Fair enough. Move to one side. Jobs are good. Now obviously you've got your production chain menu. So you've got your mineral feed. Then you've got your, well, got 2 different recipes for mineral feed. And then you've got your pig foods, 3 different recipes. And then your sugar beet cut. So you can chop up sugar beet, which is all right indeed. So I'd imagine that's going to be coming out of the, well, the loose product stuff, which is great. Now, if you're into mineral feed, great. If you're into your pig food, obviously pigs need food anyway. But if you don't fancy making it, well, they've actually got the section under the pallets at the shop. So you can come down and just buy it if you like. And you've got your mineral feed there. You get it up to pallets of 8 all at once. Fair enough. And the same again with pig food. Again, pallets up to 8 at a time. No problem. So if you want to make it, great. If you want to buy it, not a problem either. Right, next up is the Pig Food Maker All Crops. This is by Billy Alpaca 78, 2.9 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under factories. Now, it's going to cost you 36 grand to place down, and I think it might need an update already. So you probably noticed I've cleared out my yard with the rest of the stuff, because actually, when you go into the production chain menu, it's a little bit strange. Now, you've got your loading in point for your stuff just there, and it comes around the back, and you've got your taking out point, no problem. We'll come to the actual production chain menu itself, and we've got nothing we can click on to actually start it up. I mean, this is just the inputs that you can put in, but it doesn't allow me to go and see the recipe of anything. It hasn't actually got any recipes on it. I don't know. I can't use it at the minute. I mean, it looks all right, mind you. I mean, it's telling you there what you can put in, but until you give us the option to turn it on, alright, fair enough. Right, next up is Country Bakery. This is by Alexander Tarasenko, 6.34 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. That's going to cost you 70 grand to place down, and obviously it's a bakery. So your loading in point just there. Spin it around in, a little bit of a seating area out the front. Now you can't go inside, so it is just a building in that sense. We'll come around the back, and here's your pallet spawn point. Little bit of a workers rest area out the back. Then you've got your production chain menu just here. So you can be doing your bread and your cakes. But interestingly enough, you need to add something extra in. You need to add water. All right, fair enough. Now it is, to be fair, I mean the cakes, they have enough of an ingredient list as it is. Adding water to it as well. All right, I mean you can get water for free, but alright, it is what it is. But that being said, I mean, the building looking alright. Well, next up is something to get you up in the morning. This is the coffee production. This is by BDB SSB and Dogface. 23.47 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, well, first off, anyway, under greenhouses. Now, we've got 2 different options here. So we've got one that's going to be putting the pallets out. Then one that's going to be putting it all into the silo. So you can come and use a trailer. Now, once you have got your coffee beans grown, we then, again, got 2 different options. So they're going to be under factories. So just like the greenhouses, you've got 2 different versions with the pallets and then one with a silo for taking it out. And once you've made your coffee, if you didn't fancy drinking it, well, you could actually sell it. So we got this one here. Obviously under sale points. And it's not just going to take coffee. It's going to take quite a lot of stuff. 55 grand, but that is looking good. So first up, you're going to load your stuff in here. It's just going to take water and liquid fertilizer. So we've got your production chain menu just inside there. There we are. So water, liquid fertilizer in is going to give you your coffee beans. Great. And I'm stuck. There we are. That's better. So you got your pallets of coffee beans. Can we pick them up? No, they're too heavy. So you will need a forklift truck. So if you're going to go for the pallet style or going to go for the loose style, both work the same. Liquid fertilizer and water. Jobs are good. And take it all out. and then dump it into here. So this is going to be your roaster. Yeah, fair enough. Now, obviously, you've got your pallet spawn point there, got your loading in point there, and then obviously the same sort of thing, but obviously a taking out point is going to be slightly different on this one. So we'll come around here, actually. Where is the taking out point? There we are. That side. So that's going to be your taking out point for your coffee beans once it's done. Got your production chain menu there. So obviously your raw coffee beans going in. And you're going to need some diesel. Yeah, they're not going to dry themselves, not going to roast themselves. So you bring your diesel in. Obviously you put it into the trailer. But to be fair, you actually get the loading in point just here. And then it all roasts them up. And then once you've made that, you can then take it over to your little coffee shop. We got a little... you got a drive-through option down the side here, which I think is pretty cool. You've got your options there. You've got your latte, a mocha, a is it glaze or glace? Espresso, cappuccino, or frappe? I'm not one for coffee, to be fair. I'm more of a tea person, but I do like the old premise behind it. That is ace. Right, next up is Metal Hay Lofts. This is by Martin CZ, 14.74 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under silos, because let's face it, they're hay lofts, so you can put your hay in and take it out, no problem. So we've got the small one, 40 grand, 230,000 litre capacity. Then got the medium, well, I say second one anyway. We've got that 60 grand, that's going to give you a 330,000 litre capacity. Then got the next one, which is 80 grand, which is going to give you 430,000. And then we got the last one on the end, which is 100 grand and gives you 560,000 litre capacity. Right, great, no problem. Apart from them being a hay loft, they're just decorations. Now, they all work the same. You've got your taking out point from that pipe. And then down here, you've got the old Hoover mechanism. So you load your stuff into there, sucks it all up inside of the building. The building itself, you can't get into. So apart from the functionality of the hay loft, it is just a decorative one. So obviously you pick which one you got space for. And also which one is the capacity that you desire. All right, fair enough. Next up is Large Hay Shed. This is by A-Dub Modding ABP Team. 5.12 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under silos. Now, this has got 4,000 capacity, 4,000 pieces. Hay bales, straw bales, pallets, whatever. 4,000 going in, no problem. So you chuck them in the front there, take them out just there. And 4,000 pallets or bales storage capacity. That is awesome. I mean, I know we had the one further down there that was 200,000, but 4,000 is still a lot. It is still a lot of pallets, I must admit. You're going to take a while to fill this one up, which is awesome. Right, next up is Dutch Shed Pack. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy, 27.64 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, well, first off, under sheds. So we have got the ST1 22 by 30 meter shed. We then got the second one, which is going to be the 20 by 30 shed. And then we'll come to the last one, which is actually going to be found under tools, because obviously this has got a bit of a workshop attached to it. Now, with these, you do get the option to customize them. You can have brick walls. You can have brick wall number 1, number 2, number 3, and then back to your brick walls. You can also change the color of the end bits. Right, fair enough. Now, DMI 20mm Normandy has done quite a few of these Dutch style sheds in the past. I remember seeing him in 22 and he's back again, which is awesome. She's got roller shutter doors, plenty of space in there to be storing your stuff, which is all right. We'll come over here. So this is going to be your open-sided version. So again, storage your stuff, no problem. Then the last one on the end, you've got a bit of storage on the go. And then you come over here, behind this door, and you get your workshop trigger. Obviously, pull your vehicle in, pull your equipment in, fix it all up. Jobs are good. Alright, fair enough. Right, next up is the AGI Grain Dryer. This is by Cybuchowo, 19.54 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, well, first off, you're going to find the actual factory itself, the dryer, under factories, 300 grand to buy. That's going to be your main facility. You're then going to need this as well. Now, this is going to be found under containers. So there you are, 5 grand, that's going to be holding your well, I say it's going to be holding, it's going to give you a place to buy your propane. And then once you've made all your dried stuff, we got this on the sell points. So it's going to be 5 grand to place down. And obviously it's not just going to take the dried stuff, it's going to take other stuff as well, which is all right indeed. Now, the old grain dryer itself, the loading input for your propane is just there. Your taking out point of your dried goods is just there. Loading input for your dried goods is just there. and your production chain menu is here. Now, this has got a great animation on it. We'll see if we can turn it on. There we are. So we have got nothing in there. Oh, no, we've got some wheat in. That's all right. We'll turn it on for the wheat. It's got the steam coming out where it's dried out. That is awesome. I do like that. I do like that indeed. Now, obviously, you've got your propane tanks over here. Now, for this, you are going to need some sort of tanker. And we've got one in the shop that comes with it. Comes with this pack. So we'll come up to there. We'll go to the AGI Grain Dryer. So we've got the MKS8 and the MKS32. Obviously, it's going to hold a bit of propane as well as the rest of your liquids. No problem. Fill it up here. Put it in there. Dry your crop out. And then once you're done, bring it over here. Sell it all off. All right. Fair enough. I like that. I mean, the steam coming out the drying unit. That is a nice touch, I must admit. Right, next up is Long Chicken Barn. This is by Doody112 and Barney. 15.64 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under chicken coops. Now, it's going to cost you 60 grand. It's going to hold 500 of the old bargain buckets. And when they say Long Chicken Barn, they're not joking. It is rather long. You are going to need quite a bit of space for this. But you got your animal dialogue box, which is just there. We'll open up this door. And behind door number 1, it's going to be your loading in point for your food. So I've got about halfway down, pretty much where the icon is. Fill it all up. Jobs are good. And now you have got this little... Do you know what? We'll shut this door. Just so my bargain buckets don't run away. I've got this little office down this end. Yeah, you could potentially do a little bit of role play. Clean your boots off, that sort of thing. No problem. And then come out to the outside door, which is there. And then you get to run all the way down the outside of this long chicken run. I mean, I say long chicken barn, as it should be really, really, really long chicken barn. Because I'm running now, and it's taking forever. But all right, fair enough. Now this end is going to be your pallet spawn point. And you have got a drive-through option on the go. I mean, you can see the trial marks. Whoa, whoa. You steady there. I'm shutting that door quick. They almost made a run for it. You see the tire marks while I come through. Obviously, drive-through option, great. I mean, if you've got the space for it, no problem. Get these on the go. Get some chicken eggs. And next up is Old US Chicken Coop. This is by ICAS, 0.85 megabyte in the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under chickens. Now, it's only going to cost you 2 grand, which is all right. And it's going to hold 100 chickens, which is not bad at all. Now, obviously, you got your egg pallet spawn point. That's great. You got your animal dialogue box just there. That's great. You got your loading in point for your food. That's great. What's also great about it is you don't need to put water in. This was, I would say, this is more like a pen. A chicken pen, that sort of thing. You've got this gate that opens. We'll close that behind us. Don't them running off. But to be fair, they probably could just jump over the fence. But all right. Oh, no problem. I like that. Yeah, it doesn't take up much space. I mean, it certainly doesn't take up a lot of space compared to the last chicken coop we had. But I like it. Nice design. Fair enough. Next up is the Net Holder PM. This is by Rick Black Label, TWD Modding, and Privet. 0.59 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, obviously, as the name would suggest, it's a net holder. So you're going to hook it up to the 3-point on your tractor. Gives you a little bit more storage space for your nets if you're going and doing a massive field of baling. Well, the only option is going to be to change the colour of it. It's going to be all of it, let's face it. Doesn't charge you extra for painting, which is all right. 1100 to buy. Now, this one is specifically for the net, but if you're not doing net, they've got 2 other versions. They've got the wrap holder, and then they've got the twine holder. So whatever you're using on your baling shenanigans, they've got you covered with a little bit of extra capacity. Right, next up is the Stoll front-loaded GTA Xylon pack. This is by Assassin TV2 and Dean Blackie. 17.2 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find him on the front loaders. But for some strange reason, this has got a required mod, which is the FarmCon 24 Fendt pack. And obviously that's a required mod because it's designed to go with them. Fair enough. So obviously you've got your GTA version. That's going to go with the old GTA tractor. So you've got the option of Profi line. Put my teeth in. 30.1 white stickers. You can then have black stickers. Although, what are they actually changing? Let's have a little look. Around that side. I was changing that one now. It's got a Profiline white sticker again. And then you got some different ones there. They got different stickers. All right, fair enough. Additional hydraulic cycle. So you got the 3. Oh, it's on the front there at the bottom. Right, okay. So you've got 3 hydraulics, 4 or nothing. Then design, so you've got your standard, you've got your wooden box, and then your standard version. So obviously that's going to be for your GTA. If you're going for the Xylon, you've got the same sort of thing with your stickers, and then the same sort of thing with your hydraulic pipes at the bottom. Now, these obviously are going to go along with the old FarmCon 24. So let's see if we can find it. Where's the Fs? There we are. So it's going to go along with these two tractors. You've got one for your GTA and then one for your Xylon. So fair enough on that. Right, next up is the Stoll Frontloader pack. This is again by the previous mod maker, the Assassin TV2 and Dean Blackie, 10.33 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him, as you can imagine, on the front loaders. Now, like the previous one, we got the same sticker setup. So we got the white, the black, the 30.1, 30. Yeah, you pick whichever stickers you like, and also the hydraulic pods on the front there. You got the 3, and then you got the 4. So that's the FZ30. It's going to be requiring 130 horsepower from your tractor. Fair enough. Now, if you want to go for a slightly bigger one, we've got the FZ60, 160 horsepower requirement. And again, same options, but obviously you got the 60.1 sticker, and then in the black, and then 60 in the white, and then 60 in the black, again, with your hydraulic parts, yes or no. I quite like those 4 on there. Gives it a little bit of variety. Very nice. And next up is the MX pack. This is by Hard Modding, Niku Pix and Universe Simu Modding. 75.06 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them not on the front loaders, even though it's a front loader. Well, you're going to find some of them on the front loaders anyway. But it's a very big pack. We're just going to say that. So first up, we've got the front loaders. So the A110, $5,000 and a bit of change is going to be to cost you. And then you got your Mach 2, yes or no. Actually puts like a little... Sound like a little electrical motor on the bottom just there. All right, fair enough. Implement carrier. So you got your Max. All right, you got Max MX manual. Call it properly. Euro manual or the MX manual. And you got your main color, which is obviously going to be your main color. Now this is not the only front loader in the pack because they've also got the U410, which got a 4 function. Yes or no? Can we putting that bit on the front? All right, fair enough. Then there's similar. Oh, I need to get a new set of teeth. Similar options as before. So you got your Mach 2, yes or no. And then you got your MX manual, MX fast lock, and then Euro manual on the old attachers. You then got your U510, which is basically going to be the same as the first one, obviously a little bit bigger. You then got your T410 Evo, which is going to be even bigger still, but similar sort of options. Obviously the horsepower requirement goes up as you get the bigger front loader. And then we come to the attachments. We've got this. Oh, there's so many on this. The BMS 205U. So that's going to be like your manure fork. So, all right, no problem. And with these, you're going to have basically all the same options. You've got your attacher types. You've got your Euro or your MX. So you go for whichever one you want. And then your main colour is going to be your main colour. So you've got your manure fork just there. Then got a different one. So the first one actually is going to, what's that going to hold? 960 litres. Then come down, we've got this one, which is a multi-crop one. So that's going to hold 965 litres. Then got a even bigger one, 1160. Then got a 1655 litre capacity on the fork. Although to be fair, it's a bucket with a fork on the top. I would normally associate those with manure, but all right, with these you can put whatever you like in. Now, what you normally would put whatever you like in is going to be the buckets. So we've got this one, the old 840 litre capacity on this one. Again, you've got your attacher options and you've got your colour option. So you just go with whichever one you've gone for. You then got the BR200, which is 875 litre capacity. We then got the BC245, which is 2,395 litre capacity, which is all right. We then got this, which is interesting. Because this has got a little auger on it. Is that going to mix the stuff up? Design silage work, feeding all types of forage. All right, okay. So we've got a 2,000 litre version. And then we've got this one, which has got a 2,000 litre, but actually got a horsepower requirement. All right, fair enough. It is what it is, but that's looking pretty good. You then got a bale, well, I got a pallet fork. I mean, you can use it for baling if you wanted to. Entirely up to you. You've also got some round bale grabs. All right, no problem. You then got some more round bale grabs, obviously a little bit bigger. You then got a bale spike. You got a multi-bale spike. You got an even bigger multi-bale spike. All right, and then you got the big one on the end, which is obviously going to grab in at the sides, hold it all nice and tight, which is all right indeed. And then we got an even bigger one, because we haven't finished with this pack yet. It's huge. Really is. So you got, I mean, look at it. I mean, that's just, you got to get what, 3, 4 bales on that? That is all right. Then we got some weights. So 600 kilos starting off. You do have the option of some bumpers on some of them. So it's going to be putting up to 6.6, no, 6.6, 2.65. There you are. So you've got bumper, nudge the bales out the way if you wanted to. But all right, fair enough. Then you got some bigger versions. You've got 900 kilo, 1.2 ton, 1.5 ton, 200 kilos. This is a small one. All right, fair enough. You then got a 400 kilo, so slightly different style. Okay, so more of a straight up weight rather than having the bumpers on the side. The last one is going to be a 60 kilo, so a really small one. Right, no problem. I mean, that's a big pack. There's a lot of stuff in there. So, yeah, go use whatever you feel necessary. So if you didn't fancy using the MX pack, well, you could use the Hauer equipment pack if you wanted to move some stuff around. So this is by Agrar Design Austria, 7.53 megabyte on the download. And again, found under Frontloader tools. Now, we've got the RBZ 919. Going to be the round bale grab. Fair enough. Now, the option of black or orange on the old paintwork. 3.5 gram plus a bit of change to buy. No problem. Obviously, mounts to your front loader tool. Great. We've also got a bigger version, the old SBZ 915. Again, options black or orange. And then you've got your attacher type, Euro or your 3-point, or Euro and 3-point, and then just a Euro attacher. So you could potentially move some bales around just with your tractor. Not front loader, that's all right. You then got a log grapple if you want to do that. So you're orange or black again. So 3 grand to buy. And then you got a actual log fork itself, 5 grand. And you got the option of orange or black. Right, no problem. Right, next up is the Kverneland DF2. This is by Bion Gamers, 54.27 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it on the Cedars. Now, this has got a 2,000 litre capacity, 19 grand. And obviously, that's going to be your supplementary seed box. But obviously, this is going to work along with this, the old DF2 Plus NGS 101 F35. Man, could have put any more letters in that name. 6 metre working width, 260 horsepower requirement for me tractor, and a 7 mile an hour working speed for 65 grand to buy. That's looking all right there. I mean, the pipe work on the back, and obviously it needs to hook up to the seed tank on the front. That is all right indeed. Right, next up is the F.LLI cum DIG75. I'm not quite sure if that's how you pronounce it. That's what we're going with anyway. This is by Zio Fickers and Andrea. 7.9 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find this under Grape Tools. This is an interesting one, I must admit. 8,200 litre capacity, 75 horsepower requirement for me tractor, and a 6 mile an hour working speed. 12 grand to buy. And it's a digestate and slurry spreader for your grapevines. I put my teeth in, and your olive groves. Obviously comes out the pipes there, just chucks it out. Oh, I like that. That's nice indeed. So then we got the decals. So we've got your Distribution Digestato. We'll go with that anyway. And then back to the original. And you've got your PTO. So you've got number 1, number 2, and then back to number 1 again. Slurry and digestate on your grapes and olives. Very nice. Next up is the Lizard Trailer Pack. This is by Matt26, 23.81 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under trailers. Now, we've got 2 different versions here and 2 different sizes, but to be fair, apart from the capacities, the two, they look the same. We've got the BB12 and the CHBB12, which is basically the same, and then the BB14 and the CHBB14 are basically the same as well. So the smaller ones got a capacity of 12,000 to 21,000 litre capacity, and then the bigger ones is 15 to 26,000 litre capacities. Apart from that, all the options are basically the same. I'm not quite sure what the difference is, but all right, we'll carry on. So you've got your extensions on the top there, so obviously that's going to go through, no problem. Go to the top one. So we've got 26,000 litres on the biggest one. Then you've got your Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Radarstein, and back to Continental on the tyres. Structural rib, so we've got design 1 and design 2. All right, so it just changes where the ribs are a little bit. Then you've got front ladder or platform. We spin it around there. There you are. As you can see it a little bit better. Ladder or platform. Hitch damping, yes or no. So I'm going to be putting that on the front there. Then you've got your window, yes or no. Puts a window at the front. And then you've got your warning signs. We'll spin it around the back. And then you've got your warning signs. You've got type 1, type 2, and then nothing. Your chassis colour is obviously going to be your chassis. And then your extension colour is going to be the extension, as you can well imagine. And then your red is going to be orange. We'll go with that anyway. You got your rim colour is obviously going to be your rim colour. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're nice looking trailers. Not a problem. That 26,000 litre capacity on the top one anyway. I'm just not quite sure what the difference between the two is. But all right, we'll carry on anyway. Right, next up is the Fendt Tigo pack. This is by Paul, 40.97 megabyte in the download, and you're going to find them under forage wagons. Now, again, like the previous one, these are basically all the same, ish. I mean, you got the small one, and then goes up to the large one. So the small one starts with 180 horsepower requirement for your tractor with a 38,000 litre capacity. You got the middle one, which is 200 horsepower with 44,000 litre capacity. The second middle one is 230 horsepower with 50,000 litre capacity. And the large one, what we're going to take a look at with all the options, is 54,000 litre capacity with 250 horsepower requirement from your tractor. Now, you do have the option of cover, yes or no. That's all right. Then you've got your wheel brands, you've got your Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg again. Then you've got your speed sticker, we'll spin it around the back. 40 kilometre an hour, 50, 60, and then nothing. Beta rotors. Are they inside? Let's take the cover off. Let's have a little look. 2 beta rotors. 3 beta rotors. Oh, at the back. There we are. Spin around there. Oh, let's spin around that way. There we are. Right, so we've got nothing. So we've got 2 beta rotors. Then you've got 3 beta rotors. And then nothing. Right, no problem. Silage additive tank. Yes or no. Puts that on the front. Then you've got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. Oh, we've got Black Beauty up a forage wagon. Why not? And obviously your rim colour is going to be your rim colour. Now, don't get me wrong. I am a Fendt fan. But to be fair, in the Black Beauty guys, oh, that is looking good. And next up is the Randon Bulk Roadtrain. This is by Farm Central Stoll, 37.99 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 22,000 litre capacity, 70 gram price tag, but obviously we can change it up a little bit. So we've got your capacity goes up to 48,000, a bale trailer, and then back to your 22,000 litre capacity. Tyres, you've got your Conti Cross Track, you've got your HS3s, and then back to your HD3s. Yeah, you got some different versions on the go. You pick whichever one you want. Then you've got your rim designs. We've got your design 1, number 2, number 3, and then back to number 1. Wheel bolts, standard, or design 1, or 2, or 3. All right, didn't know there's 4 different designs of wheel bolts, but we'll carry on. Cover designs, you've got design 1 and 2, and then 3, and then 4. Well, it's not cover designer, is it? It's the label on the side, but all right, fair enough. 5 different versions of that. Mud flap lights. We'll spin it around. There we are. So we got yes or no. It's not putting it on the back of the mud flaps. Is it on the front? It's not doing anything, to be fair. Unless I'm completely missing them, which there is a good chance. So yes, that's no, and that's yes. It's not changing anything, but all right, fair enough. Additional rear lights. We've got design 1, 2, and then 3. And then back to nothing. So one's in the middle under the Randon sign. Then you've got mud flap designs. We've got standard. We've got design 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. How far are we going to go on this one? We've got 9. I mean, is that 10 different mud flaps on the back? All right. We'll carry on. The security plate. Yes or no? We're going to put that on the back there. Wheel accessories. Yes or no? We're putting the old hubcaps on. Then you got side protectors. Yes or no? We then got suspension height. Design 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, really? I mean, come on. We're up to 8 different suspension heights. Is there? Come on, it's still going. I mean, look, we're up to what we're going to go. There's 15 different suspension heights. Is there really a need for that? I'm just saying anyway. So you've got your trailer hitch, yes or no, which is massively in the air because we've got the 15th highest version, but all right. Light configurations, you've got your standard, you've got design 1, 2, and then back to standard. Oh, only 2 different versions on the lights, all right. Tire pressure gauge, Yes or no. Going to be putting those in. Then you've got your main colour, which is going to be your main colour. Fair enough. Secondary colour, we're going to go with purple. It's going to do the line bits. You then got your cover colour, which is obviously going to be your cover. You then got your cover design. Go over red. It's going to do the label. You then got your decorative strip 1. Going to go for bright green. It's going to do that bit. You then got decorative stripe 2. Oh man, this is one trailer. This is one trailer. Got second stripe there. Decorative stripe 3. Why is... dear, oh dear, does that bit. Mud flap colour. Alright, we'll go with mud flaps. Can we do those bits? Then you got your wheel bolt colour. Why do you need to paint your wheel bolts? Chassis colour is obviously going to be your chassis. Then you got your hub colour. Alright, fair enough. Going to paint that red as well. Wheel accessory colour. Do you know what? There's so much on this. It's green. Hub caps. We'll go with blue. There we are. It's going to do the actual hub caps. As you've got hub colour, and then the hub caps as well. And then you got your rim colour on the top of that as well. Man, that is so many different colour options on that. And this is not the only trailer in the pack. Dear oh dear, you've also got a dolly option. So if you haven't got a semi truck to be pulling it along, you got similar sort of options before. You got rim designs and bolts and whatever, same as the main trailer. Jobs are good. Now, if you didn't fancy that, well, you got one already built together with your dolly at the front. Obviously, similar sort of options as before. If you wanted a bit of a road train on the go, well, you got this one here. So it's basically got the dolly hooked up to the back of the front one. All right, fair enough. Again, with the same amount of ridiculous options to be choosing from. Man, that's a lot. Next up is Rake. This is by Biodisco and Archovsky. 6.83 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under windrowers. Yeah, you can be scraping up some grey grass and hay if you wanted to on your own without using a tractor, which is all right indeed. Now, it's got a 10 horsepower engine, which is basically you. I didn't realise I was 10 horsepower, but okay, fair enough. 6 mile an hour working speed, 1 metre working width, and a £20 price tag, which is all right indeed. So you've got your main colour, which is obviously going to be that bit. So if you ever fancy raking up a bit of grass once you cut the lawn, yeah, go for it. And next up is the CLAAS VARIO 680-930 pack. This is by Rival, 98.38 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under grain headers. Now, as the name would suggest, the VARIO 930, 9.3 metre working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, and a 74 gram price tag. But you may be thinking, that's a little bit too big. Well, they got you covered, because they've got the VARIO 770, as the name would suggest on that, 7.7 metre working width, and 63 gram price tag. And again, if you're finding that a bit too big, we've got the VARIO 680. Again, 6.8 metre working width, as the name would suggest. It's only going to cost you 57 grand. Now, if you don't fancy carting it around on the front of your harvester as you're driving down the road, well, they've got the trailer for you as well. And you do have the option to pick between whichever header you've got. So obviously, if you're going for the 930, you select the 930. If you're going for the 680, obviously select the 680. It's only going to cost you touch under 9 grand if you're going for the big version. But all right, that's not bad at all. And next up is the Lizard Road Rage. This is by Vectorman, 4.77 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cars. Now, to be fair, we had this the other day. It wasn't by Vectorman. And this is, I'm going to say it's a little bit better. I'm just going to say that right out the gate. So it's got a 460 horsepower engine, 124 mile an hour top speed, and a 60 grand price tag. The only options are going to be to change the main colours. So we'll go with a lightish grey. All right, fair enough. Then have the option of design colour, and that's going to put a couple of stripes down the body for you. Now, the reason I say this is better is because Vectorman, if I'm not mistaken, was the original person that made the Lizard Road Rage in the first place. And if you remember correctly on the one we seen the other day, the brake calipers spun with the wheels, which is not great. But on this one, they stay put, as they should do. There you are. I mean, don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, it's still a Mustang. Give it a go. There's no doors that open or nothing like that. But if you want one where the brake calipers actually stay in place, yeah, get this one. This is much better. And Next up is the Ponsse Harvester Pack. This is by HR Force and Fagseugbau. 90.62 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them under forestry harvesters. Now, I'm going to say this right from the start. These have all got loads of options, and they're basically all the same thing. You got a harvester on the back of it. You got either 6 wheels, 8 wheels, whatever design you want to go for. They've basically all got the same options. I mean, the first 4 have actually got the same horsepower engine, 285 horsepower. So you go for whichever one you want. And I'm going to go into the Scorpion King because this has got a 285 horsepower engine to start with. You can then change it up to 385 horsepower, and then back to 285. Now, all the options are basically the same across the board, so you go for whichever one you want. You got your Nokian, BKT, Trelleborg, Ollisfors, and then back to Nokian again. And obviously the Ollisfors put the old chains on, which is all right. Windows, you got your standard, you got your tinted 1, tinted 2, and then back to your standard. Back protection, yes or no, is going to put that framework around the back grille. All right, lower protection, yes or no. It's going to be put in a slight sort of bumper around the edge as well. Exhaust protection, yes or no. Puts that around there. I mean, it's all in black, so it's quite hard to see in the shop. All right. Window protection, yes or no. Let me put that on the front of your window. You've got position lights, yes or no. And then got extra extinguishers, yes or no. That's always good. So on the back there. Chainsaw holder, yes or no. Obviously somewhere to put your chainsaw. Bogey lift, yes or no? That didn't seem to do anything, mind you, but okay, fair enough. Then come to your colour options. And there's basically a colour option for everything. We're just going to say that. So you got that bit, it's going to be doing your red bits. And then got this one. We're going to go with a bright blue. It's going to be doing that bit. You then got your claw colour, which is obviously going to be the claw colour of the harvester header. Then got your headlight frames. If the headlights weren't enough, the headlight frames can be done as well. No problem. Lower protection colour. We'll go with a light blue on that one. So that's going to do that bumper around the back. You then got your exhaust protection. There's a colour option for basically anything. So you could really set it up for what you want. Right, no problem. So that's your harvesters. And then basically they're all the same. So you go for whichever one you want. This, on the other hand, the Alpine Synchro winch, is something a little different. Now, obviously, the harvester trucks, whatever you want to call them, don't have a winch on. This is going to add the ability to it. And it's got a 60-ton winch. 60 ton. That's ace. It's going to cost you 15 grand. You have the option of position lights, yes or no. Then you've got your main colour, which is going to be doing the yellow bits. And then the design colour is going to do the winch itself. But 60 ton, that is all right. Now, what you need to do with this, obviously, once you get it out, you just back into it. That's it. That way. There we are. Back into it a little bit better. And then just get the option, hook it all up, and then away you go. You've now got yourself a 60-ton winch to go and hook it up wherever you like. Go and pull some trees out. 60 ton. That's ace. Right, next up is the Case IH Magnum 7200 Pro Series. This is by Jens M. 26.48 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, it's got a 24 mile an hour top speed. It's not showing us the horsepower there. So it's actually got 170 to 306. So to back out and see what one you're going to go for. So that's going to be your 7210. Then we go to the Pro Tune version. We then got 7230 Pro, the Pro Tuned again, 7240, and then your 50, and then back to the original. So your 7250 Pro Tuned is going to be 306 horsepower, even though it doesn't tell you in the shop menu. Right, fair enough. Wheel brands, you've got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Raderstein, Nokian, and then Trelleborg again. And you've got the usuals on the go. You've got some narrow twins there. Rear narrows, they're looking all right, I must admit. Pro decals, you've got none or yes. Beacon lights, so we've got no, number 1, number 2, and then rotor bar large, light bar small, light bar big, and then nothing. Additional lights, so we've got small LED bar. All right, LED bar large. So where's the small? Oh, it's on the front grille. Oh, there it is. Small on the front grille, large on the roof, and then both of them extra work lights and small, extra work lights and large, and all of them all together. Right, fair enough. Tinted windows. So you've got number 1, number 2, then back to your original. Window decals, you've got none. Side window decal, Can put that little case logo on there. Side and front window decals. And then in your white version, in your white, well, it goes in your black version. And then back to nothing. Interior accessories. So we've got a bit of carpet, got a table, and then table and carpet, and then nothing. Exhaust, you've got your default, your chrome 2, and then back to the original. Fenders, you've got with or without on the front. Then you've got your front loader attachers, you've got your quickie, Hauer, and then nothing. Your main colour is obviously going to be your main colour. Your design colour is going to be nothing. What's it done? Hasn't done anything. We'll go over red, see if that stands out. I'd imagine it's probably an option we haven't turned on, but all right, fair enough. Rim colour is going to be your rim colour. Right, no problem. You know, old school boxy style. I'm not quite sure if this bright green does it justice, but to be fair, if it's back in the red, I mean, the red looks all right, I must admit. All right, fair enough. Next up is the John Deere 6030 Comfort Series. This is by DB Modding, 33.48 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, this has got a horsepower icon in the shop menu. So it's got 125 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, and a 90 gram price tag. You can then change it from 125 to 135 to 145 to 155, then 185, and then back to the original. So 185 with your 6090 chip tuning. 6090, 6930 chip tuning. That's the best right way of saying that name. You then got your Trelleborg, Mitas, Michelin, Nokian, Continental, BKT, and then Trelleborg on the tyres. And you got your usual shenanigans on the go there. The twins is looking all right, I must admit. Extra lights. So we got yes or no. Designs, you got your standard, you got your left beacon, your right beacon, you got both beacons or nothing. Attaches on the front, so 60 kilo front weight, 360, 560, 760, 1010, 1010, and then a front hydraulic, and then back to your 60. I mean, front hydraulic, I'd say go with that. It's more versatile. It's going to help you out a little bit better. Then you've got your Starfire 6000 receivers. You've got yes or no, puts that on the roof. Front loader attacher, we've got quickie, Hauer, and then nothing. Then you've got your front fenders, yes or no. All right, fair enough. I mean, if you're into John Deere stuff, I mean, it has got like a slightly older style to it, but I like it. Very nice. Next up is the CLAAS TRION 700. This is by F.LLI, 46.93 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under harvesters. Now, it's got a 367 horsepower engine, 18 mile an hour top speed, and a 10,500 litre grain tank. It's going to cost you 330 grand if you don't go for the tracks. But the tracks look ace. So I would go for the tracks. It's well worth the extra money. So we've got your 720, so 367 horsepower. That then goes up to 408 horsepower. Then goes up to 435 horsepower. And then back to your 367. So if you go for the 435, it also goes up to 12,000 litres on the grain tank for basically not the smallest version. All right, fair enough. You got your Trelleborg, you got your Michelin, you got your Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, and then CLAAS on your tyres. Although tracks, that is looking good, I must admit. You got different versions on the go. You got some wider ones, which is all right. Then you got your straw distribution widths. You got your 6 metre, 7 metre, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then back to 6. So 11 metres spread width on your straw. Ladder, so you got your foldable or your standards. That's going to be on the front just there. You then got your beacon lights. We've got standard, we've got double flash, or your standard version. Field scanner, yes or no, puts that little thing on the front of the cab. Brake light. So well, it's actually third brake light. Okay, so we'll go safety bar. All right, on the pipe. What's said on the pipe? So that one there. Oh, it is. All right, so you've got the safety bar there in the middle, then one just on the right-hand side of the pipe there. All right, fair enough. GPS, so we've got no, and we've got yes. Is it just putting a screen inside? Yes, it is. Right, fair enough. Unloading spouts, you got your standard, you got your pivoting, you got your standard version. You then got your pipes, you got your 330. Well, you got, so it starts off at L. So long, extra long, extra long, 3 extra longs, 4 extra longs, and then back to the original. And they're all 330mm diameter, so alright, fair enough. I mean, obviously, you go for whichever one you want, but really, if you got the option for tracks, you gotta go for the tracks. And next up is the Massey Ferguson 5650. This by Holtz FS and Wagner Deere Commosey. 61.91 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under harvesters. So if you want what's it, South American style open cab? Yeah, this could be the one for you. Now you've got 180 horsepower engine, 21 mile an hour top speed, and a 5,000 litre grain tank. You can then change the wheel bands. You've got 4x2, 4x4. Oh, we got some metal tracks on there. That is looking all right. And then back to the original. Oh, I like that. Got design 2. Oh, it can be on the back ones, the wheel setup. But all right, fair enough. Back sticker. So we've got standard. We've got reflective triangle in the middle, or your standard version. So you've got cabin. So standard open cab. You can have design 1, design 2, and then 3, and then back to your original. You then got your industrial. So you got your single rotor. All right, where's what's it doing on the old industrial side? Double rotor and spreader. Oh, is it at the back? There we are, underneath. Let's start that again. So single rotor, there, standard. Single rotor. There we are, double rotor and spreader, and then back to your original. It's underneath. Oh, I like that. That is all right. Not what you normally do, mind you, but okay, fair enough. Beacon lights. So we got yes or no. All right, I'll just put it on the back. There we are. If it just disappeared, I thought it might have been on a cab, but all right, fair enough. Exhaust. So we got your standard, you got your chrome version, or your standard windows. So we got your tinted. There's no windows on it, but all right. Or tinted 2, and then standard color of the mats. So you got black or red. The mats are going to be the actual material of the tracks. You got yellow versions or a black version. Attaches. So you got your standard side float. And then standard again. Then you've got your spreader. So you've got your straw spreader, straw chopper, and lid. It's going to be on the back. All right, not really doing much for the old aesthetics, but okay, fair enough. Then you've got your pipes. You've got your design 1, design 2, and then back to 1 again. Then you've got your rim colour. We actually have got rims on. There we are on the back. It's going to do your rim colour, and then you've got your license plate. Now, obviously, this is going to need something to go on the front of it. Well, they got you covered with that because they got the Ridge Cutter header. 5.8 metre working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, and a touch under 10 grand to buy. You do have the option of forks. So you got your design 1, design 2, and then back to 1 again. If you didn't fancy this one, well, they have got you a corn and sunflower header. 4.6 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, and 11.5 grand price tag. You have the option of side protections. You got your standard, design 2. It's going to be putting that sort of design on it, mind you, but all right, fair enough. Couplings. So you've got your standard or your side float versions. So obviously, if you're going for the side float, you need to go match it up with your vehicle. Now, if you don't fancy carrying the headers around on the front of your tractor, well, on the front of your harvester anyway, you got the header trailer. 2,800 to buy. The only option is to do your rims. Now, to be fair, that is, I quite like that. Open cab version for your field. I mean, it's all right on a sunny day. If it's raining, you're going to get wet, but yeah, very nice. So next up is a map, and I'm going to try and pronounce this. Cybuchowo. We'll go with that anyway. This is by Graniac, 505.56 megabyte on the download, and you don't need any required mods, which is awesome. Now, if you're coming on New Farmer, you're going to be using 1,377 slots. And also, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to own a bit of land. So this is your main map. Yeah, lots of small fields. I mean, arguably you could plough some together once you get going, but all right, fair enough. Now, as New Farmer, you're going to be owning this area over here. So you got farm area 77, 76, 82, 83, and then 95. And you've also got 81 there and 201 in the forestry. Why does it do? Why is it zooming out when I press up on the controller? On the right stick. That's a little bit interesting, but fair enough. Now, there is quite a few new things on this map. We've got some new crops. We've got alfalfa, rice, spelt, triticale, clover, mustard, flax, buckwheat, fieldgrass, silage maize, green rye, vetch rye, and mustard cover crop. Right, fair enough. Now, they're basically going to be seeded with your seeder, harvested with your harvester. Potentially, you might need a mower for your clover, that sort of thing. But, nothing too strenuous. Now, we've also got some other new products. So if we come down to production chains, so ones that we don't own, it's got the bakery. We can make blueberry cheesecake, or blueberry cake, sorry. Fair enough. We then got cream cake, or like cream cake, pumpkin pie. What else we got in here? So we got blueberry processing. So obviously, we're going to be making blueberries out of the greenhouse. We've got blueberry jam and blueberry juice. And at the dairy, you've got blueberry milk. All right, fair enough. So there's plenty to be getting on with. I mean, even like the grain mills had different stuff. So buckwheat groats, whatever that is. All right, I mean, you can chuck your rye in, chuck your spelt in. You can pretty much do all sorts, which is not bad at all. And we've got anything else? Flax oil. That's always pretty good. Fair enough. We've got your sugar mill, standard sugar, and your wood chips. You can make wood pellets. Not bad at all. I mean, for a map that's really small on the field sizes, that is not bad at all. Not bad at all. So your start farm right here by field 8277, that area. We're going to come up the driveway like that. It's got a little bit of a turn in over there, which is all right. Come around here, got a little bit of a garage on the left-hand side. We'll turn right. And there's Grandpa, like some dirty old pervert. We'll carry on. So you got your sleep trigger by the front door. You got your wardrobe trigger right by Grandpa watching you. That's just weird. Why is Grandpa watching you change your clothes? That's not right at all. We'll carry on. So then got your animal dialogue box just there. So that's going to be for your chickens. So 50 going into there. Obviously got your pallet spawn point. And you got your food goes into that bit just there. Over here is going to be another animal pen. So it's going to be for your cows. So it's going to hold 40. So we'll open up this door. Yes, we can. Inside there is going to be your feed and your straw going in. We'll take back out. There we are. That's the door closed. Close the door. Just there like that. So that being said, where's the milk taking out point? Round the back, as you can well imagine. You've got your slurry taking out point and milk just there, which is all right indeed. So we come back around here. Got another little bit of the farm, which is all right. So another little shed. You can store some stuff in. So we'll open up that door. You've got a bit of your equipment in there. All right, fair enough. We'll come around here. A little bit of a garage, carport, whatever you want to call it. We can open up this door. There we are. There's your little buggy. Fair enough. And around here is going to be your silo. So load in and load out at the front just there. We'll open up that door. Can we open up that door? It says a vehicle behind there. Let's get in. Oh, we've already seen that one. So we can't open up that door. It looks like you can. But alright, maybe it's not because it's got this tarpaulin down. But alright, fair enough. Got a bit more storage over here. Open up that door. There's your tractors. And then obviously come down here. A bit more storage again. And out here is going to be where your fields are. Your harvester is already set up with another tractor. Right, fair enough. Now, obviously, we have got a bit of equipment to start with. So what do we get on New Farmer? Well, we get the Agco 650. The Agromaz POV 5XL, the Amazon Senio 4000 Super, the FarmTech EDK 650 x2, the Fiat 180/90 DT, the Gerenk Puller 600, the Goval G1 F125, the Hardy Mega 1200L, the John Deere 3650, the Kessler 144ND, the Kubota RTV XG 850 Sidekick, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header, and the Massey Ferguson 8570 header trailer, the 10-Winkle Guscom 1250, the Unia Phoenix 3003, and the Zeta Forterra HSX 130. Now, this map is not it's not one for big equipment. We'll say that. It is small fields, but definitely one for, I don't know, multi-use. We'll say that anyway, because there's plenty of new crops to be getting on with, new things to be made in production chains, so you're not going to be short of things to do. So even though it's got small fields, you've got plenty of things to be getting on with. And the last mod for the day is the map Peaceful Acres. This is by Messtree, 93.05 megabyte on the download, and again, no required mods, which is awesome. Now, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to be using 1,112 slots, and also, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to be owning a bit of land. And to be fair, you don't technically own this bit, even though you got all your stuff on there, but you do own field 3, 2, and then number 1. And this bit over here, ish. Yeah, we'll come back to that in a minute. So, your start farm over on the right-hand side of the map, we have got, obviously, our little house. So we got our sleep trigger by the back door, because, you know, why not? We then got a wardrobe trigger by the front door, and again, what? Why is Grandpa looking at me while I'm changing my clothes? That's just weird. That is just, we'll carry on. He gives me the creeps, I must admit. We'll carry on. We've got a dog over here. Yeah, mate. How's it going? We'll carry on. All right, fair enough. So you've got a workshop trigger. Obviously, your spanner just there. Pull your vehicle in. Jobs are good. We've got a little bit of a jet wash as well, which is all right. And we'll come up here. Come around this bit. We've got a little bit of a bale and pallet storage over here, which is not bad at all. So load in and load out at the front. That's also got stuff in as well. Interesting. What's actually got in it? Let's have a little look. Let's go over to the old trigger menu. Not that one. There we are. So we've got mineral feed, silage additive, herbicide, lime, solid fertilizer, seeds. That is not bad at all. Then we'll carry on round and we've got a silo. So you've got your load in and load out at the front just there. And then round this bit, it's going to be a little bit of a shed with some equipment in. And we'll carry on back round. We've got a decent amount of equipment, I must admit. Decent sizes as well. We then got these garages here. So we're going to take a little look inside here. I mean, you might want to be a little bit careful reversing into this end bay. You could end up going down the road. But fair enough. Got some tractors in there. And obviously in this building, we got some, I'd imagine, some more stuff. Different tractor. Right, what do we actually start with then? Because that's like about 4 or 5 tractors I've seen already. Well, we've got the Amazon Citon 15001C. The Bergman Shuttle 490S, the Breedel K105, the Brantner TR34090 2PT Plus, the CLAAS Convio Flex 1080, the CLAAS Lexion 8900, International Series 200, the John Deere 8R410 times 4. Not quite sure why you need 4 John Deere 8Rs, but you've got 4 of them. The Kverneland PW112, the Karcher HDS 918-4M, the Nardi N6035, and the Vaderstat NZ Extreme 1425. Now, as the name of the map would suggest, peaceful acres, you know, it's big open fields. You know, you're not going to have to worry about too much going on, too much city-like shenanigans. But obviously, with big fields comes big equipment, which basically you get to start with, which is not bad at all. Not bad, I must admit. But 8 John Deere 8Rs, that's a lot. Now, obviously, we have got another area to take a look at, which is over this side of the map. Now, here is going to be 8 greenhouses. No, is it 8? 2, 4, 6? Yeah, 8 greenhouses that you own from the start, which is not bad at all. I mean, they're all going to be the same, let's face it. You open up the door, you put your water in, you grow some stuff, jobs are good un. There we are. So going to be your usual shenanigans. So water in, greenhouse stuff out. But on New Farmer, you own all 8 of these from the beginning, which is awesome. I'm just wondering why you got 8 John Deere 8Rs. Well, not 8, you've got 4 of them. Get me numbers mixed up. You've got 4 John Deere 8Rs. Why do you need 4? We've got a few updates as well. So we've got Schembergo 2K25 by Ershaber. There's no mention of a new save on that one, so that should be alright. We've got the Case IH 7150 SA by Holtz FS. The Fendt 900 TMS Vario by Smetty. The Schroedler 2500 VAL by MTR Modding Team. The Volvo F816 Tipper by Jens M. The Emergency Service by Agric Evolution. The Metprozet PM182W Plus by JMZ. The Ralmeco U652 Pack by JMZ, the Square Balers Plus by BB Mods, and the Open Air Garden by Omatana.